All right. Not to be ominous over here. Okay, that's gonna pick up my face. All right. So, me and reality and I is different. It's real different right now. Oh, that's cool. I'm in this kind of state where I'm high and kind of in a trance at the same time, but simultaneously not at all. It feels so natural. It feels so tranquil, but not like the type of escapist type of tranquil. It's genuine tranquility. I feel super grounded in ways that I honestly never have been this grounded so long term for such a long period of time before. It feels like the actual perfect merge of heaven and earth. I feel like by definition of that merging, of that perfect merge, should I say might? Might? No, yes. Is it a yes? Is it a definite? For background context, why I'm nodding my head. I am a psychic and a medium as well on my off time. And the similar way people use pendulums and stuff, I just kind of let my neck go and I let my higher self or like higher oneness intelligence take over to answer the questions for me sometimes. So that's what that was. And so yeah, so that's a definite that this is what the fifth dimension feels like. That's what I was getting at. We're definitely in the fifth dimension. That perfect merge between heaven and earth. When I drive, I feel like I'm flying. When I'm not driving and when I'm just sitting, I feel like I am dying. It's incredible. If somebody was to experience that feeling right before you die or as you die, that bliss, it's constant. For a moment, I actually did feel like something ascend from down here into here. And it felt like what I would imagine it would feel like to feel your soul move through your own body. Because it was like a full body experience, but it was like a centered around this general feeling right here. And I think I just maybe was awake for a quantum giant timeline leap, or the earth ascended and I'm like picking up on it in the 3D because it was very third dimensional ascension. That could be 5,000 billion oh god. Could be 5,000 billion things. I'll take that as confirmation for my ideas. While I was driving, while I was flying, I noticed something. It was like a realization that I really wanted to share here with the world, with family. I think a lot of the time, at least from my personal experience, right? I want to say, especially in America, just knowing other Americans like this, brutalism has really taken a strong hold on our psyche and our culture in America. Specifically, like, lots of highways, lots of concrete, lots of, electricity, I mean, highway lights, neon lighting, like cities, you know what I mean? I single out America simply because I haven't traveled internationally, but from what I've seen from here, it does seem like there is a certain different aura about the other side of the world when it comes to structure and material that is used in structure. So instead of concrete, it's like cob or like adobe. Holy, that was big. And if it is like concrete or something along that, or something sort of stone, like it has a lot of art in it. It has a lot of old art in it. And we have a lot of modern stuff, and it looks pretty brutal out here, which is the structure, which is the architecture is called brutalism. Um, and particularly in the winter, from the north, the New England area, it can get pretty dull visually here, and you are really tasked to create your own light and create your own happiness and joy. Use your imagination, right? Now, I've always had a big imagination. There was a period where I was kind of cut off from it and just kind of forgot about it. I think a lot of people go through that, right? Um, but while I was driving in this feeling of flying, this feeling of pure and utter flow state, I could look to my right, I could look to my left, I could look down, I could probably honestly close my eyes and I would have stayed the course. I would have never, like fallen into a wall, you know what I mean, with my car. That flow state was impeccable. The only thing I can use to describe, like to emphasize what I was seeing, is there's this movie, I think it's F1, it's on Apple TV, something F1, but this character in there describes that he felt like flying while he was driving the car, and it's like that type of weird state. Now he's going 5 billion miles an hour, and I was going 40 to 60, but it still stands. It's like whatever's going on up here or around here, it's still triggered it. And while in that state, everything looked so much prettier, even though there's this brutalism around me. And I actually noticed something. I noticed that these lights, the concrete, the structures, it is magic. It's not a lack thereof magic. And that was such an epiphany to me. That was such a realization for me, because I think there's at least where I've come from in America, there was a large part of a collective that was kind of stuck in this mindset of, we are killing the earth, we are killing the world, killing our part of the world, and we're making it look ugly, right? And we know that perspective is everything, and what we think we create. And so it was interesting, like people would try to think of a better world, like solar punk, or I don't know, something other than brutalism, right? And shopping strip malls, right? And I do think that that was a very valuable part of like manifesting a better world, but I don't think it's what's going to eventually get us to that better world. I mean, I think a lot of people talk about this, but you have to feel like you're already there in that new world. Now, you can kind of fake it till you make it in that way, but I didn't have to fake it. That's kind of the point that I'm trying to come here and say, is that this state of mindset, this state of being, this fifth dimension surprised me today. I genuinely was able to see and feel the magic within the brutalism and the concrete and the electricity and the electronics. It's very hard to describe. I only hung on to it for like a couple minutes maybe, and then it went back to this kind of like a wave, this mask filter per se of seeing from that lens, that okay, this place is ugly type of lens, right? But really, for a minute, I honestly felt like I was walking through a magical forest filled with like fairies and unicorns and Narnia, you know what I mean? Aslan and everything. And there was magic in the air, and yet none of that was physically in front of me. I didn't need to have a mystical forest in order for it to be magical. The lights that I was driving under, I felt the magic coming from the lights. I felt the magic of the structures, how they kind of held said energy. I'm thinking of like the highways, the poles that hold up the lights. It was really this wonderful moment of remembrance that I really wanted to share. It was really profound for me. I think there's something really powerful of feeling at home wherever you go. Like for me, home is in that magic. I come from, my soul comes from a place full of magic. And I'm seeking everything to get there, right? To get back there. But the thing is, I am already home. there's nothing to do. Like, I don't need to go anywhere. And this is not like there's nothing to do, there's nothing to have, or because of detachment. If anything, I'm getting more attached or grounded in a different way to my reality now. Like, the magic is already here. I am already home. And the brutalism is only ugly, or is only evil or negative because I perceive it that way, or I sense it that way. And to a certain degree, I don't even think it's in my it's not in like my full control. I just stumble upon this, and I'm like, now that I'm aware of it, hopefully I can find my way to stumble back into that mindset. But I just think it's really cool. Anyway, I'm making my sweatshirt look like an inverted wah-wah. Sorry. Yeah, thank you for listening, and yeah, peace. Love you.